Hi guys! Oh my gosh, Pumpkin, please do not mind. Okay, thank you. I am here to film my first trimester update, as you could tell by the title. I don't know why it's like I feel like I have to say what the video is about, but it's in the title. But anyways, I am now in my second trimester. I'll tell you exactly how far. I am 15 weeks and 5 days, so I'm almost 16 weeks. And I took some notes because I've already filmed this once and it was a mess and I forgot to say things and it was all over the place. So, basically, I'll just jump right in. I had nausea really bad and I threw up only a few times when I had my appointment and I told my doctor about it. So she told me just to take one pill and go to two if you have to. And then as the closer I got to, she's so cute right now. The closer, sorry, that made noise. The closer I got to my second trimester, I was throwing up more consistently, and then it got to the point where it was like almost every night. And then I got a cold or a flu or something, and then I was still taking my one pill that whole time, and then it just like wasn't working anymore, and I couldn't take the medicine. She told me I could take Tylenol cold medicine, so I tried to take Tylenol cold medicine. It made me throw up every time. So then I did only half a dose, and sometimes I wouldn't even take half a dose, and I'd still wait the whole time before I took it again. She's so needy. But then when that was finally over, and she said if it lasts longer than a week to let her know, and it didn't last longer than a week, and but I was still not feeling good, and my medicine was not helping. So just for 2 nights, I took 2 pills, and then that helped it start working again. So then I was trying. So then I was finally starting to feel a little better. Like I still had no energy, and I was super tired and stuff, but I was feeling better, and I wasn't throwing up anymore. Better than I was. I wasn't great, if that makes sense. It took us forever to get our Christmas decor up, and we don't even have that much up, but I do want to show it in my next video, and hopefully maybe it'll give me some energy to put some more out. But so that was that. I think that's pretty much all of that. So basically my medicine works and then it doesn't work because now I was starting to feel not a little nauseous still before I took my medicine at night, and then I'd take my medicine at night and go to bed, wake up, feel better, and then I'd get nauseous, take my medicine, go to bed, wake up, feel better. But then, like, the other night, at midnight, I could not sleep, and then at midnight, I started throwing up again, and I was like, what the heck? I thought this was over, and I was, like, having a breakdown. And then the next day, I had really bad, like, acid or something. Like, my chest was hurting, I was super bubbly inside, and then I would have random sharp pains that were, like, only a second, but it was, like, sharp pain. So far this morning, I haven't had any of that, so I don't know what it was or whatnot, but I knew I wasn't feeling good, so I ate really simple yesterday, so I don't know what the dealio is. I feel good, and then I don't feel good. And I think that's just how it's going to be for me through the whole thing, because I had stomach issues and acid issues and back issues before, and now they're just back. Now it's just like, no matter what I do, I'm going to have them, which is fine as long as I get a happy, healthy baby at the end. It's all good. This girl, I'll talk about her in a minute. But back pain, while I'm talking about that, I had back pain off and on before, like, and I would always do the thing where, like, I cross my arms, and then, like, Robert or my dad would lift me up, and my back would pop, like, and sometimes it'd be, like, my whole back, and they could hear it go, like, it freaking hurts, and it didn't hurt when they did that. It was, like, I'd have sharp pains, and then they'd pop my back, and I'd feel so good, and that'd be good for, like, a while, like a couple weeks or a month or something, before I'd have to pop my back again. And now I can't pop my back, and I haven't popped my back for like over 3 months now, and now I have like random sharp pains in my back, and I'm just like, oh no, this is not going to be good. So I did talk to my doctor about it, and I was like, because when I was younger, I had one foot longer than the other, and then I also had something wrong with my spine or whatnot. So I've had back pain off and on before, and but it was never something consistent enough that I worried about it or did anything about it, I guess. But now, like, I only have a little bump, and I already have back pain from when I go to bed at night and stuff, and trying to get comfortable in our mattress and whatnot. So I talked to my doctor about that. So I'll probably have to go to somebody for that, especially when I get bigger. I definitely probably will. But right now, she told me, like, she said as of right now, I could still take a warm bath. I can't take a hot bath, but I'm scared to even do that. And then, like a back brace or something, which I'll probably get to help support my back and to keep it where it's supposed to be. I'd at least probably need to sleep in it, because I feel like that's when it gets bad, is anytime I lay in bed or lay down or whatnot, and then I start getting back pain. Will you stop whining in my video? Okay, food cravings. I had way more food cravings. Just saying, if this is not recording right now, I'm going to be so mad, because I feel like the video is going good right now. Okay, so I had way more food cravings before I was pregnant. Like, before I was pregnant, I had cravings every single day of my life. I was like, oh, I want this so bad. Oh, I want this so bad. Now, like, I don't guess it's because of my nauseousness and throwing up certain foods. Like, I don't have cravings at all. I force myself to get up in the morning at a decent time. I force myself to eat breakfast. Then I get hungry, and then I have to eat a snack. And then I eat lunch, and then I eat a snack, and then I eat dinner, then I eat a snack, then I go to bed. Before I was like, ate all the time. I had cravings. I ate sugar all the time. And now I don't eat sugar all the time. I only want healthy foods. Sometimes I don't know if it's not really a craving. I feel like it's more of just like, I want to eat healthy, and I want to eat just plain chicken because I don't feel good. And if anything, like, I really don't think I have cravings. There was a short time where I drank chocolate milk every night. I drank the chocolate cashew milk every night. But besides that, I don't do that anymore, and I don't have any cravings. I think that was my body winging itself off my sugar high. I don't have cravings. I don't eat dessert anymore, which makes me not feel like myself. I told Robert I don't feel like myself. Like, I don't have cravings for chocolate at all. And then if I eat one piece, I'm satisfied. I think it's so good, but I'm satisfied with that one piece. Like, this is not me. Like, I do not feel myself. But I'm pregnant, and I never feel myself, I guess. But Robert eats dessert every night still. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, before we lived together, he did not eat dessert every night. And when I did get to eat dinner with him, I'd have to beg him to eat dessert with me. Like, literally beg him. Like, please, just enjoy this time with me and eat the dessert with me while we watch the show. Oh, that was him. I have to come back. But anyways, and now I don't eat dessert. I would think he'd quit eating dessert, but he still eats dessert every night. But anyways, and then, like, with my hunger and nausea, like, I can't let myself get too hungry or too full, because then I'll get nausea no matter what time of day it is. So, like, there's, like, a really fine line. I think that's another reason why I don't have much craving. It's because a lot of time I have to, like, force myself to eat some crackers or something. Because if I don't eat, then I get nausea. But if I eat too big of a meal so I don't get hungry later, then I'll get sick from being too full. So there's, like, a really fine line of everything when it comes to that. If that makes any sense. So the next topic I wrote on here was helpless. Okay, so I no longer work at my job, which I'll talk about that in a minute, but I feel so helpless. Like, now that I don't work there anymore, I used to work in activities, okay, and I felt so helpless because we have animals there too. So I couldn't do the animals, like the cat litter, and then the birds. I didn't want to do the birds because we didn't know if there was anything wrong with them, and we have birds that get sick and die, and we don't know what diseases they're carrying or whatnot. So I was like, I'm not doing the birds, and I can't do the cat litter. And then, like, when we sat for parties and stuff, like, I couldn't move the tables, I couldn't lift this, and I just felt so helpless. And then there was, like, people that got sick, I couldn't see them, or they had shingles or something, and I couldn't go see them. Like, I felt so helpless. And then I come home, and by the time I get home, I didn't feel good, and I did do nothing around the house. I didn't do dishes, laundry, nothing. I sat on the couch and cried and whined about not feeling good. So working was really hard for me. I was lucky, and I moved down to part-time as soon as we were trying to have a baby. I moved down to part-time, and so luckily I didn't have to go through that every single day, but I did a couple times a week. And then, like, when I worked the weekends, when it was my weekend to work, I'd be in 3 days in a row. I'd work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and that was miserable. So I felt like I was helpless to them anyways. And then I was just like over it. I was so over it. I'm like helpless to them. And then also one reason why I don't work there anymore is because, like, well, I saved to have this time off, but I'm going to be a stay-at-home aunt in a few months, and when I have my kid, I'm not going to get, like, a full maternity leave or anything. Either way, if I kept my job or doing this, like, I wasn't going to get a paid maternity leave. So, and then watching kids and stuff, like, my sister doesn't have anyone else to watch her kid for me to take 3 months off. And then if I watched our other nieces, like, it just would be helpful if I didn't take 3 months off if they didn't have to. So my goal is to only take what I need. And Robert's going to be able to take time off to help, and we'll have time together in the beginning. But anyways, so that is why I don't work, because I'm not going to get time off probably the rest of my life. I probably won't be able to retire or anything. And even if I kept my job, it was the same way. So, and also, if I wouldn't have had my miscarriage, then my maternity leave would be coming up, and Robert said that I could still take this time off. I'm going to make myself cry. So there's lots of reasons why I don't work right now. And then I'm going to train the dog. Why am I crying right now? I don't even know. And then I'm going to train the dogs, and I'm going to work, and I'm going to watch the girls on their Christmas break, our nieces, and they're older, and so they'll be really fun. And then they're not much work. If I don't feel good, they'll be nice to me, and they'll just sit on the couch, and I'm sure they'll ask me what I need if I don't need anything at all from them, though. But they're real easy. I just gotta make sure when I make myself some chicken nuggets, I make enough for them, and it'll be really good. And then I'll have somebody to watch TV with and whatnot. So I'm really excited for them to be on Christmas break, so I'm not lonely and helpless. And then, like, yesterday, I didn't feel good most of the day, like I said, but I wanted to get something done, and I wanted to help Robert. I'm so tired of being helpless. So I picked up everything off the floor, and I was freaking out of breath, and I think it's because there's so much fluid, because that's one thing that the doctor was telling me about. So I just picked everything off the floor. So all he had to do was plug the vacuum in and vacuum up all the dog hair, because it was getting bad. But that's the next subject, I think. I'm going to skip 2, and then I'm going to go back to them. Like, Robert has been my lifesaver. I could not be pregnant without Robert, like, obviously. But, like, I couldn't go through being pregnant without him. He does everything, especially the first 3 months, because now I'm in my second trimester. I'm almost 16 weeks. In, like, 2 days, I'll be 16 weeks. He did the dishes. Like, everything was not perfect, but he is working and then coming home and doing all this stuff and taking care of me while I cry and then sometimes throw up and whatnot. But he's been trying to keep the sink only one side full and the dishwasher going every day. He does the laundry, and he puts some laundry away. We have baskets of clean clothes. Pumpkin, do not start with me. We have baskets of clean clothes, but he is washing them and putting them in the dryer, so I appreciate that. Like, he has been doing it so much. And then on his day off, he'll do a little bit of everything. He's been amazing, and I love my husband, and I am so extremely grateful for him. Like, I knew he was the best ever, but, like, especially being pregnant, it's just, like, reminding me that he's the best ever, because he literally does everything. He doesn't complain or whine about it or nothing. Like, he's just amazing, and he's been doing everything. So, yeah, I'm very, very grateful for him. I do have a little bit of a bump. I did not start getting it until 14 weeks. It's about to die. hopefully this is recording and it doesn't die. I'm going to finish up. And, like, when I wear my clothes, my normal clothes, you still can't see it, though. But me and Robert can see it really well. And then, like, I showed it to my sister, and she could see it. And then, like, one day I had, like, leggings on or something, and, our Mim Jenny, which is Robert's grandma, asked if I had a bump, and I just, like, pulled my shirt up and showed her with my leggings on or whatever, and she's like, yeah, I can tell, because before I was, like, so flat, like, between my hips even, like, went in some, and now it's, like, sticking out a little. But anyways, so yeah, I have a little bump now. And the dogs, okay. As you can tell, Pumpkin she is a good dog, but she is a brat. Like, just people that don't know her probably think, oh my gosh, like, if they hear her outside the house, like, they think she's being tortured or something. But she's not. She's just whining, trying to get her way. And she listens to Robert better than me, but since I'm going to be home working, we're trying to teach her to listen to me, and that's, like, especially when I don't feel good half the time, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so difficult. So me and her are a little, right now, I love her to death, and she's so cute, and she's still a good dog, but we're trying to train her to not be a spoiled brat, and just be a good dog and listen, because before we let them be spoiled brats. So if you have a dog now, even if you're not planning on being pregnant, don't let them be spoiled brats, because then it makes it harder to train them. Buttercup is precious little Buttercup, and she just cuddles me a lot more, and I freaking love it. Robert's jealous, and he's like, she's cuddling the baby, not you. I was like, the baby's in me, and she's cuddling me right now, so, ha. And yeah, that's all my updates. Hopefully this is recorded, and it didn't die or something. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.